My name is Olivia Rogers, and I'm a project engineer here at Janicki. I work on everything from management to design work to manufacturing support. The fun part is I get to start a project and then I get to help make that product and then deliver it to a customer and see it help build airplanes or rockets or really cool, technically advanced projects. When I was young, I was always really interested in STEM. We had Connects and Legos, and doing activities like that really sparked my interest in understanding how things go together and making something and starting with an idea. But honestly, engineering wasn't in the forefront of my brain for a long time, and then once I got to college and really took some introductory courses, I realized that this was the path for me. I wish I had the confidence that I do now when I was in high school. I doubted myself a lot when I maybe didn't get perfect grades in my math class or my physics class and really doubted my skills that I could take those into a career. There's always things to learn, there's always places to grow. And so I find that very often here at Janicki that I really can rely on team members to help to lift each other up and help educate each other or provide some advice to each other, help each other out, whatever it may be. And so I think I got through that point because of the support that I had and taking that ownership and responsibility that was given to me and having fun with it too.
My name is Anna Novak. I am a plastics and composites engineering student at Western Washington University. I'm super passionate about leadership and inspiring others. I love plastic sustainability, injection molding, extrusion, you name it. I love manufacturing materials. This sounds cheesy, but I really liked the cosmos when I was young. I would go camping and just look up at the stars and think about science and think about how much we've achieved, and that really inspired me. I grew up with really bad ADHD, and I never really considered an engineering degree because you're on computers for so long. But then I found this program at Western, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go to the Engineering 104 introduction class and see if I like it. And then somebody came in and was just like, here's a super hands-on program. It's super fun, and I was like, I'm in. That's all I need to hear is hands-on, and I'm down. I was really struggling at first because I failed most of my math classes in high school. Then I took this material science class, and it was super hard, and the teacher was super harsh. She was super nice, but she expected so much of you. And one day in her office hours, she told me, you're gonna be an amazing engineer. And I was like, oh, nobody's ever told me that in my whole entire life. It felt like somebody opening a door to a world which is, primarily male dominated. Even though I define my own path as I'm going through engineering, I feel like somebody has to open that door. So I think that's kind of when I realized that I can do anything I want. There is those defining moments where somebody says one thing and it changes your whole path, and it can just be one thing, I believe in you.
My name is Gina Kim, and I study manufacturing engineering at Western Washington University. I really love what I do. Engineering is just a cool mix of applying math and science. It's also a cool major because you get to work with other people all the time and really cool technology. When I was little, I really liked to make things. I liked to play with Play-Doh a lot and build houses. I actually didn't really know what engineering was at first, but I just took an intro class, and I remember one of the first things you learn when you go to engineering class is just how to be creative. You get to use really cool computer programs and build fun things. You get to play with robots, and it's just a really cool way to blend creativity with math and science. When I first got in engineering, I did notice that I was one of a few girls in the major, and I kind of felt like, well, I'm the only girl here. Am I supposed to be here? You kind of seek out the other girls and form a bond, and you also realize that just because you're a girl in a male-dominated field doesn't mean you don't have the abilities to succeed. You're actually really brave for going and trying something new that not a lot of other people are doing. It gives you strength to just speak up and kind of stick out in a crowd. The more you learn in school, the more you learn about yourself, what you like, what you don't like, and it helps you figure out what you want to do in the future. It's okay to not know what you want to do, but just trying things out and being okay with failing sometimes and trying something new, I think that is just super empowering. And if this ever comes a point where you realize something's not for you, my biggest advice is never stay in something because you invested a certain amount of time in it. I think that you should always follow what you want to do, and I think that Furthering your education will only help you decide what you want to do in the future and learn about yourself.
Join other clubs and try things out and see what you like, and don't be afraid to be the only girl in the room. I think it's so important to follow your passion no matter the people around you.
Honestly, just give it a shot. You miss every shot you don't take. If you have a small inkling of passion towards something, why not try it out? Because you might look back in your life in 20 years and be like, I had a passion in high school for it and I never did it. Of course, it's never too late to feel your passions and feel your dreams, but I think it's great to start young.